Little House on the Prairie is famous for its touching stories about love and family, but beneath that warmth lie some tough, hidden realities. The cherished actors who became familiar faces in many homes dealt with their own hardships, heartbreaks, and emotional battles. Their path wasn't only about stardom and success. It was also filled with quiet struggles and dark moments they had to face. Ever thought about what really went on behind the scenes when the cameras stopped rolling? In this video, we're diving into the hidden stories behind the cast of Little House on the Prairie. Ever wondered if all the glitz and glamour of the show masks some darker truths? If you're shocked and want to know more about the real lives of the actors, drop a 1 in the comments. If this is your first time thinking about it, leave a 0 and tell us what you think. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more fascinating stories coming your way. One of the most memorable characters from Little House on the Prairie is Harriet Olsen, the proud, gossip-loving store owner who became the show's iconic antagonist, bringing both drama and humor to the story. Catherine McGregor, born Dorley Dean. McGregor took on this unforgettable role starting in 1974 at age 49. McGregor's portrayal of Harriet was truly one of a kind, expertly balancing the tension between characters while adding a light-hearted touch to the show's emotional depth. However, Catherine McGregor's life off-screen was much more complicated than her lively role as Harriet Olsen. She passed away on November 13, 2018 at 93 years old in Woodland Hills, Los Angeles, leaving behind an estate worth about $2 million. Despite her success on Little House on the Prairie, McGregor's personal and professional path shifted after the show wrapped. She stepped away from the Hollywood spotlight to focus on teaching acting to kids at a local theater and diving deep into the study of Hinduism. A lesser-known fact is that she declined to take part in the 1984 cast reunion for the final episode, choosing to distance herself from the show's continuing legacy. Despite rumors that Catherine McGregor was in India at the time, the real reason she missed the 1984 Little House on the Prairie reunion was the emotional strain she faced working on a male-dominated set. For McGregor, that environment became mentally exhausting, leaving her feeling isolated and disconnected from the very world that had once brought her fame. While her role as Harriet Olsen left a lasting mark on audiences, not every actor was able to thrive under the spotlight. Unlike others who chose to stay in the public eye, McGregor took a different route, seeking peace away from the pressures and fame of Hollywood. Catherine McGregor opted for a quieter life, dedicating herself to personal growth through teaching and deepening her spiritual faith. Her step back from Hollywood wasn't just the end of a career, it was a journey toward inner peace and self-discovery. Like many of her Little House on the Prairie co-stars, McGregor's real-life story was far more complicated and painful than the cheerful character she played on screen. Her life wasn't a fairy tale, but rather a powerful story of resilience, the search for calm and facing the hidden challenges that shaped her path. When Melissa Gilbert and Catherine McGregor shared their experiences from Little House on the Prairie, a picture emerged that wasn't always as bright and perfect as the show made it seem. Michael Landon, who played Charles Ingalls and directed the series, was known for his easygoing, laid-back style on set. But his approach didn't always make everyone feel comfortable. According to McGregor, Landon often cracked crude sexual jokes before filming, made offensive comments about bodies, and even shared strange stories like claiming bee pollen could help with rejuvenation. These remarks left McGregor feeling insulted and uneasy, exposing a darker side behind the beloved show. McGregor, a seasoned stage actress with extensive training, valued professionalism and seriousness in her craft. For her, playing Harriet wasn't just about comedy, it was a complex antagonist role that demanded deep focus and commitment. But amid the crude jokes and lack of respect on set, McGregor started feeling increasingly isolated, struggling to deliver the performance she aimed for. The biggest shock came when Michael Landon's affair with the young Cindy Clerico was revealed. Having been close to Landon's ex-wife, Lynn McGregor watched as the moral and artistic values she once believed in crumbled, leaving her disillusioned with both the personal and professional sides of the show. When Cindy, now Michael Landon's wife, returned to the set as a makeup artist pulling up in a sleek Porsche, everything changed. The family-like atmosphere on the little house on the prairie, set that McGregor once cherished, vanished for good. The respect for work and sense of camaraderie she valued so much was gone. This shift, combined with the emotional strain of the situation, led McGregor to quietly step back from the spotlight. She chose not to appear in the show's final episode, instead embracing a quieter, more spiritual path. Turning to small theater and seeking inner peace, McGregor distanced herself from fame's heavy toll, finding comfort far from Hollywood's glitz and glamour. In a world full of temptation and deception, Catherine McGregor found her escape not in fame, but in the search for inner peace. While Little House on the Prairie remains a cherished part of fans' memories, McGregor's life stands as a reminder that the sparkle of stardom can sometimes mask deeper values. She chose a simpler path, diving into spirituality and dedicating herself to teaching acting to the next generation. McGregor proved that truth isn't always pretty, and not everything that shines is gold. Sometimes the greatest treasures are found in quiet moments of self-discovery and personal growth. Michael Landon, born on October 31, 1936 in New York, became an unforgettable TV legend when he played Charles Ingalls in Little House on the Prairie in 1974 at age 38. As the kind, caring, and ideal father figure, Landon won the hearts of millions across America, embodying the perfect TV dad. He was celebrated as the television father for a whole generation, promoting themes of family love and strong values. Yet behind his wholesome on-screen image, Landon's personal life was filled with struggles, controversies, and hidden truths that sharply contrasted with the persona he showed to the public. On July 1, 1991, Michael Landon passed away at the age of 54 from pancreatic cancer, which had been diagnosed just months earlier during a skiing vacation. His sudden death sent shockwaves through Hollywood, leaving behind a legacy that was mourned by many, with his newlywed wife by his side in his final moments. At the time of his passing, his net worth was estimated at around $40 million. However, behind his illustrious career lay a life filled with controversy and untold shadows. While Little House on the Prairie was at its peak in the 1980s, Landon was also facing a tumultuous divorce from his second wife, Lynn, a chapter of his personal life that contrasted sharply with his image of the ideal television father. This not only tore his family apart, but also sparked major media scandals. Actress Karen Grassel, who played Landon's on-screen wife, revealed that he often made inappropriate remarks and bragged about his personal life while on set. What started as awkward jokes quickly turned into a serious problem, leaving many crew members feeling uneasy. The most shocking disclosure came when it was revealed that Landon had an affair with 18-year-old Cindy Clerico, a stand-in for child actress Melissa Francis. This relationship, occurring at the peak of his career, added a darker side to Landon's public image, revealing the complicated and contradictory nature of his private life. The affair not only shattered Landon's family, but also damaged the ideal father image he had carefully built in the eyes of his fans. Insiders revealed that Lynn Landon's wife uncovered the affair after piecing together clues and catching him secretly meeting his lover. Rumors quickly spread in the media that in a fit of anger, Lynn threw a vodka bottle at him. The once beloved image of the happy family cherished by viewers collapsed under the weight of betrayal. Although Michael Landon tried to start fresh with a third marriage to Cindy Clerico in 1983, the shock of the affair and the cracks in his family life lingered, leaving a lasting impact on both his personal and public legacy. The betrayal left a deep scar not only in Landon's life, but also among his close colleagues and friends. Veteran actress Katherine McGregor, who played Harriet Olsen on Little House on the Prairie, chose to skip the show's final episode in 1984. While rumors circulated that she had gone to India to become a monk, the real reason was her growing disillusionment with Michael Landon and how he treated women, making it impossible for her to keep working with him. Behind Charles Ingalls' gentle smile was a life full of mistakes, betrayal, and irreparable damage. Once a cherished symbol of family and love, Michael Landon's off-screen life was marked by contradictions that deeply tarnished the image he had spent years building. Yet it was his personal mistakes that slowly chipped away at this carefully built image. From the ideal father on screen, he became a man haunted by his own flaws. When the spotlight faded, the heavy toll of fame and a public life became impossible to ignore. Landon died young, leaving behind a lasting TV legacy, one marked by both admiration and pain. The image of the beloved father from Little House on the Prairie will forever live on in fans' hearts, but Michael Landon's real story is a bittersweet tale of sacrifice, betrayal, and the high cost of fame. His journey, full of contradictions, reminds us that even the brightest stars carry deep burdens. Victor Edwin French, born December 4, 1934 in California, became a vital part of Little House on the Prairie as Isaiah Edwards, a tough, whiskey-loving man with a heart of gold. Known for his natural acting, bushy beard, and trademark straw hat, French stood shoulder to shoulder with Michael Landon, creating one of the most beloved duos in American TV history. Their friendship went beyond the screen, reflecting a genuine bond off camera. Yet both men faced personal battles behind the scenes, managing their struggles while keeping their strong connection alive, both on and off set. After years devoted to his craft, Victor French passed away on June 15, 1989, at just 54, following a battle with lung cancer. His death shocked family, friends, and fans who deeply admired his work. Few knew that behind his sudden loss was a silent fight. He kept private, a struggle with alcohol and deep emotional pain. Though cherished for his heartfelt performances, especially as Isaiah Edwards French faced personal demons that largely went unspoken. Karen Grassel, who played Ma on Little House on the Prairie, noted that French's struggles weren't obvious to the public, adding a complex layer to the beloved actor's life and legacy. In a private conversation, Michael Landon once revealed that Victor French didn't actually die from cancer, but from alcohol. Landon's blunt remark uncovered a painful truth about French's private life, where alcohol became one of his fiercest enemies, a battle he ultimately couldn't win. The emotional weight of his personal struggles, especially following 2 failed marriages, took a heavy toll, feeding his relentless fight with alcoholism. At the time of his death, Victor French's net worth was estimated around $2 million, but what truly lasted was the legacy he left in the hearts of fans. His portrayal of Isaiah Edwards, full of depth and humanity, continues to resonate, securing his place as a beloved icon in television history. Few realize that the role of Isaiah Edwards almost didn't go to Victor French. NBC strongly opposed Michael Landon's choice, arguing French wasn't handsome or famous enough for a leading role. But Landon, driven by his strong conviction and close friendship with French, famously said, "I don't need a Hollywood face. I need a genuine heart. This belief changed French's career, lifting him from a supporting actor, often cast as villains in Gunsmoke and Bonanza, to new heights. He became not only a dependable on-screen partner, but also a surrogate father figure and symbol of kindness, always ready to support those around him during hard times. Landon's faith in French's authenticity made Isaiah Edwards one of television's most beloved and enduring characters. Perhaps the most beautiful part of Victor French's life was his deep and lasting friendship with Michael Landon. Despite facing many personal challenges, French found real joy and fulfillment working alongside Landon. In his role as Mark Gordon on Highway to Heaven, he had the chance to smile with genuine contentment, collaborating with a friend he deeply cherished and respected. "I'm working with the man I love," French once said about Landon, and that perhaps was the truest highlight of his life, the sincere friendship and profound bond between the two actors. Their connection went far beyond the screen, providing strength and happiness through their struggles, and remains a lasting testament to the power of true friendship. Though Victor French's life ended in tragedy, his performances, especially as Isaiah Edwards in Little House on the Prairie and Mark Gordon in Highway to Heaven, continue to leave a powerful legacy for audiences. The character of Isaiah Edwards, with his warm heart and rugged emotional depth, made a lasting impression on fans, embodying loyalty, compassion, and strength. More than that, Victor French stands as a symbol of true friendship, a meaningful career, and the quiet battles everyone faces behind the scenes. His legacy lives not only through his unforgettable roles, but also in the genuine relationships he built and the personal struggles he endured with quiet strength. Richard William Bull, born June 26, 1924 in Zion, Illinois, made a lasting impact on audiences with his role as Niels Olson, the calm, gentle husband who patiently stood by his difficult wife Harriet on Little House on the Prairie. Though not a flashy or standout character, Niels Olson earned viewers' affection through his steady nature and unwavering commitment to his family. Richard Bull perfectly captured the role of a quiet father in a world filled with chaos, bringing warmth and stability to fans who loved the show. He passed away on the morning of February 3, 2014, in Calabasas, California, at age 89, due to complications from pneumonia, leaving behind a legacy of quiet strength and devotion. In his later years, Richard Bull lived with his wife, actress Barbara Collentine, at the Motion Picture and Television Fund community. At the time of his death, his net worth was estimated around $1.5 million, a modest amount, reflecting a steady and enduring career. While Little House on the Prairie was a major milestone for Bull, few knew that his role as Nels Olson started out as a minor part, appearing in just a handful of episodes. However, after a brief conversation with Michael Landon, the show's director and lead actor, Bull was unexpectedly offered a 7-year contract, an opportunity he never saw coming. For a stage actor like Bull, mostly used to smaller roles, this was a transformative moment that reshaped his career and legacy. Being invited to join a long-running TV series came as a big surprise for Richard Bull, but the fame that followed brought its own challenges. Though loved for his role as Nels Olson, Bull admitted that being so closely tied to one character made him feel trapped. A private man who preferred the stage over the screen, he struggled with the pressures of fame and fans' expectations. Despite wanting to avoid being typecast, Bull remained dedicated to his craft, showing professionalism and passion through various roles, including his portrayal of Mark Gordon in Highway to Heaven, where he once again worked alongside Michael Landon. After Little House on the Prairie ended, Richard Bull chose to step away from the spotlight, distancing himself from Hollywood's glitz and glamour. He spent his final years in a retirement community for aging artists, seeking peace and quiet, away from the noise and pressures of the entertainment industry. It was this simplicity and calm that became the true legacy Bull left for his fans. Though he never reached superstar status or had flashy roles in every project, Bull made a lasting impression through his sincerity and humble lifestyle. Ultimately, Richard Bull showed that not all stars need to live in the spotlight to leave a lasting mark. His authenticity and dedication to his craft stand as a quiet but powerful testament to the strength of humility and true talent. His career, though far from glamorous, was marked by warmth and respect, setting a powerful example for those who cherish the art of acting. Richard Bull's legacy isn't just about the roles he played, it's rooted in his humble, simple approach to life, a timeless value he passed on to future generations. If you find Richard Bull's story and the principles he stood for truly meaningful, share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss more inspiring stories. Let's come together to celebrate quiet stars like Richard Bull, who have touched us with their humility and passion for the craft. Kevin Hagen, born April 3, 1928 in Chicago, Illinois, won the hearts of millions as Dr. Hiram Baker in Little House on the Prairie. The calm, devoted town doctor who always put others before himself became an enduring symbol of healing on the tough American frontier. With his black leather bag, gentle eyes, and comforting voice, Hagen brought peace and reassurance to viewers in a world filled with uncertainty. Kevin Hagen passed away on July 9, 2005 in Grants Pass, Oregon, leaving behind a lasting legacy as one of television's most beloved characters. After a long battle with esophageal cancer, Kevin Hagen passed away at 77. His net worth at the time was estimated around $1 million, a modest amount, reflecting his quiet, unassuming career free from scandal or showiness. Though beloved as Dr. Hiram Baker, few knew that behind his gentle smile lay a life marked by depression and hidden pain. In a letter to a close friend revealed after his death, Hagen shared that he believed his cancer was not just a physical illness, but also a result of the emotional burdens he carried throughout his life. This glimpse into his personal struggles adds depth to the kind, selfless character he brought to life on screen. Often cast in supporting roles, Kevin Hagen sometimes felt overlooked, more a storytelling tool than a central figure. This ongoing feeling of being sidelined led him to question his own value in the artistic world. One of the most controversial aspects of Hagen's life was his choice to refuse chemotherapy after his 2004 cancer diagnosis. In a rare interview before his death, he explained that he didn't fear death, but rather feared living without having anything meaningful left to give. While many in the industry might have seen this as surrender for Hagen, it was a deeply personal decision, one that reflected his complex relationship with life and his desire to live authentically, even when facing serious illness. For his fans, Kevin Hagen's choice was seen as a final act of autonomy by a man who had spent his life caring for and healing others. Yet no one ever asked who would heal him. Hagen chose a path of quiet solitude, turning down help and embracing his role behind the scenes. He sought no attention or praise, only a simple, peaceful life. In the end, he passed away, leaving behind not just beloved characters, but also a poignant reminder of sacrifice, silent suffering, and the strength found in compassion. Hagen's life stands as a powerful testament to the quiet dignity of those who give care to others, even when they themselves are in need. Hersha Prairie, born Betty Sandhoff on May 25, 1945, in Berea, Ohio, captured the hearts of TV audiences with her portrayal of Alice Garvey, the gentle, devoted wife and mother in Little House on the Prairie. Beginning the role in 1977, at age 32, she quickly became a vital part of the series. Alice Garvey embodied sacrifice, love, and loyalty, and her character's tragic, haunting end left a lasting impression on viewers for decades. Prairie passed away on August 23, 2023, in Norfolk, Virginia, at 78, leaving behind a cherished legacy as one of the beloved figures in the Little House universe. Prairie's confirmed cause of death was a brain tumor, a condition that left her reliant on family care during her final years. Her son Jonathan Peveril shared that her decline was rapid and she passed away surrounded by loved ones. Though never an A-list star, Prairie's net worth at the time of her death was estimated around $200,000, mostly from royalties earned through her iconic TV roles. What truly made Prairie unforgettable, however, was the controversial and tragic death of her character Alice Garvey on Little House on the Prairie. Her portrayal of Alice's passing deeply moved fans and became one of the series' most memorable and emotional moments. In a 1980 episode of Little House on the Prairie, Prairie's character Alice Garvey met a tragic end while trying to save a child from a fire. This powerful scene shocked viewers and quickly became one of the series' most heart-wrenching moments. The death sparked controversy, with many critics arguing it was an unnecessarily harsh conclusion for such a beloved and exemplary character. Alice Garvey's heartbreaking demise left an indelible mark on audiences, not only for its raw brutality, but also for its depiction of a mother and wife's unconditional sacrifice. The emotional impact of this scene lingered long after it aired, cementing Alice Garvey as a lasting symbol of selflessness in the hearts of fans. Prairie brought to life a character who was both strong and tender, perfectly balancing love and courage. Her legacy isn't just in the roles she played, but in the powerful moments she gifted to audiences. Though she never achieved global stardom, Prairie's work in television and the lasting impact of Alice Garvey continue to resonate deeply with viewers. Alice's controversial death remains a defining moment in Little House on the Prairie, symbolizing the unconditional sacrifice and love we all understand in life. Through her portrayal, Prairie revealed the profound depth of a mother's devotion, a powerful image that still echoes in the hearts of fans today. Prairie, who left a lasting mark with her role as Alice Garvey in Little House on the Prairie, had a career touched by both pain and tragedy. The heartbreaking death of her character, who died trying to save a child from a fire in a 1980 episode, stunned viewers. Following that episode, rumors spread that director Michael Landon intentionally pushed the storyline toward tragedy to boost ratings, a decision that deeply upset Prairie. Many fans struggled to separate the character from the actress, leading to harassing calls and harsh criticism that Prairie had to endure. Despite the emotional toll, her portrayal of Alice Garvey remains one of the series' most memorable and moving moments, solidifying her place in television history. The death of Alice Garvey, a haunting and heartbreaking scene, was not only a defining moment in Little House on the Prairie, but also a heavy emotional burden for Prairie. This tragic storyline nearly drove her away from the entertainment industry, and after the show, she all but vanished from the spotlight. While she had small roles in earlier projects like Manx 1971 and The Waltons 1976, her appearances in major productions became rare following Little House. In a rare public appearance at a fan gathering in 2005, Prairie declined interviews, choosing instead to quietly smile and sign autographs. That brief moment offered a glimpse into the emotional scars she carried, showing just how deeply the role and its aftermath had impacted her life. Carl Swenson, born July 23, 1908, in Brooklyn, New York, joined Little House on the Prairie in 1974 at age 66, making a lasting impact as Lars Hansen, a Swedish carpenter founder and the first mayor of Walnut Grove. With his gentle demeanor and deep voice, Swenson brought heartfelt depth to the character, becoming the show's moral and spiritual cornerstone. His death carried a striking coincidence that stunned cast and crew alike. Swenson passed away on October 8, 1978 in Torrington, Connecticut at age 70, just days after filming his final scenes. This untimely passing added an eerie resonance to his character's legacy, further solidifying his place as a beloved integral part of Little House on the Prairie. Just days after filming his final scene as Lars Hansen on Little House on the Prairie, Karl Swenson died suddenly from a heart attack. His passing shocked the entire cast and crew, especially since the scene where Lars dies in Charles Ingalls' Michael Landon arms had just been completed. Swenson's death felt almost destined, leading many to wonder if he had become so deeply connected to the character that Lars Hansen's fate somehow crossed over into real life. This eerie coincidence between the on-screen death and Swenson's real-life passing has become one of the most haunting behind-the-scenes stories of 1970s Hollywood, adding a poignant and unsettling layer to the show's legacy. Some crew members recalled that in his final days on set, Karl Swenson often said cryptic things like, "I've lived enough of Lars's life." This, combined with his sudden passing, led many in the industry to believe there was a profound connection between the character and the actor's own life. Though not a major star, Swenson's portrayal of Lars Hansen left a lasting mark on Little House on the Prairie. The eerie coincidence of his death so soon after his character's passing created a mysterious story that continues to intrigue audiences and colleagues alike, sparking reflection on the blurred lines between art and reality. Swenson's untimely death, coming just after his final scene, remains one of Hollywood's most haunting and captivating tales. Karl Swenson's words, "Now it's time for me to rest now," feel almost prophetic. His passing on October 8, 1978, just days after filming his final scenes as Lars Hansen on Little House on the Prairie, created a chilling coincidence. Swenson's death marked not only the end of his life, but also the close of an iconic character's story, leaving fans to wonder about the connection between his role and his fate. Cast and crew members still recall his haunting words during those last days on set, deepening the mystery of whether his immersion in Lars Hansen's character somehow intertwined with his own passing. The eerie timing of his death continues to cast an unsettling shadow over the legacy of both actor and role. Dabbs Greer, born April 2, 1917, in Fairview, Missouri, devoted nearly 7 decades to acting, but it wasn't until he was 57 in 1974 that he became widely recognized for his role as Reverend Robert Alden on Little House on the Prairie. As the kind, patient, and compassionate Pastor Greer was present in many of the show's most memorable moments, from weddings and baptisms to funerals. Yet behind Reverend Alden's gentle demeanor lay a lesser-known reality, a professional frustration Greer rarely discussed until a late 1990s interview. Despite a long and steady career, he struggled with being typecast, and only later revealed how deeply this impacted him. This candid admission gave fans new insight into both his character and the personal challenges he faced over his many years in Hollywood. Greer confessed that on the Little House set, he was the only cast member without a set filming schedule. "They only called me in for weddings or funerals," he said, revealing the quiet frustration he endured over the years. Though he delivered blessings during some of the show's most memorable moments, Greer's Reverend Alden was often pushed to the sidelines, never fully woven into the main storylines. while stars like Michael Landon, Karen Grassel, and Melissa Gilbert became iconic faces for a whole generation of American TV viewers. Greer remained the pastor who'd briefly step out of the church, then quietly fade away, leaving audiences to wonder about the untapped depth of his character. His experience serves as a reminder of the hidden challenges many actors face behind the scenes, even when their roles seem important on screen. Rumors also circulated that Greer was cut from several key episodes, even after arriving on set, simply due to a lack of screen time for his character. A crew member once shared that there were mornings when Greer would sit in the makeup room all day, only to deliver a single line, "Amen." Despite this, it was Greer's patience and quiet refusal to complain that earned him deep respect among his colleagues. His professionalism quietly defined him both on and off screen. Yet this same humility and dedication also made him the forgotten working man, a symbol of the many supporting actors in the industry who remain in the shadows of leading stars, contributing quietly to a show's success without receiving the recognition they truly deserve. Steve Tracy, born Stephen Crumber on October 3, 1952 in Ohio, won over viewers with his portrayal of Percival Dalton on Little House on the Prairie in 1980. As Nellie Olson's kind and thoughtful husband, he softened a character often seen as harsh, creating a beloved dynamic on screen. Off-camera, Tracy shared a close friendship with Allison Arngrim, who played Nellie, and their bond brought warmth to the show's atmosphere. However, Tracy's life was marked by a painful secret, his battle with AIDS at a time when stigma and fear were rampant, forcing him to keep his diagnosis private. His death on November 27, 1986, at just 34 years old, was a quiet tragedy, reflecting the harsh realities many faced during the early years of the AIDS epidemic. Today, Steve Tracy's story serves as both a tribute to his talent and a somber reminder of the struggles hidden behind Hollywood's glamour. Steve Tracy's death sent ripples through a society still gripped by fear and misunderstanding of AIDS, marking a heartbreaking moment amid a crisis shrouded in silence and stigma. Just as his career was gaining momentum, his life was tragically cut short. At the time of his passing, his net worth was modest, around $200,000, reflecting a promising talent whose full potential remained unrealized. In a quiet tribute, his ashes were scattered beneath the letter D of the Hollywood sign, a symbolic farewell to a man who never fully lived openly, but left an indelible mark through his work and courage. Tracy's story, veiled behind the roles he played and the private struggles he endured, stands as a powerful testament to the many lives lost during the AIDS epidemic and the dreams that remained unfulfilled. Steve Tracy's story is a poignant reminder of the difficult realities faced by many LGBTQ+ actors in Hollywood's past. His close friendship with Allison Arngrim was one of genuine trust and support. She was the rare person he could confide in about his true identity in an era when being openly gay could mean the end of a career. The rumors about their relationship only added to the pressure. But Allison's memoir reveals the depth of their bond and the heavy burden Steve carried by hiding who he truly was. His courage to keep going despite this isolation speaks volumes about the sacrifices made by countless actors who lived in the shadows to protect their dreams. Tracy's life, both on and off screen, stands as a testament to the resilience of those who persevered in the face of prejudice and fear. Shannon Doherty's early role as Jenny Wilder on Little House on the Prairie showcased her natural talent and brought her into the spotlight at a young age. That early success opened doors, but also set high expectations for her future. As she moved beyond her childhood roles, Doherty faced the common challenges many child actors experience, navigating the pressures of growing up in the public eye, shifting her image, and overcoming personal struggles. Her journey, marked by both significant achievements and controversies, reflects the complex path many young stars must walk to find their place in Hollywood. Despite the ups and downs, Doherty's impact on television and pop culture remains undeniable as she continues to evolve and redefine her career on her own terms. Shannon Doherty's transformation from the sweet Jenny Wilder in Little House on the Prairie to the rebellious Brenda Walsh on Beverly Hills 90210 marked a dramatic evolution in her career and public image. Her portrayal of Brenda captured the spirit of 1990s youth, bold, edgy, and unafraid to challenge norms, which both endeared her to fans and contributed to her bad girl reputation. The backstage stories of her clashes and struggles painted a complex portrait of a star navigating the pressures of fame and personal challenges. Her untimely death in 2024, after bravely battling stage 4 breast cancer, brought an outpouring of love and reflection on her life. Shannon's legacy is one of raw honesty, resilience, and a fierce spirit that resonated both on and off screen. Beyond the controversies and struggles, she remains a beloved figure remembered not just for her iconic roles, but for her strength in facing life's toughest battles with courage. Her impact on television and pop culture continues to inspire fans old and new. That's beautifully put. Shannon Doherty's choice to share her cancer journey publicly showed immense courage and transformed her from just an actress to a powerful role model. She used her platform to raise awareness and connect with fans on a deeply human level, turning her personal struggle into a message of hope and strength. Her loyal companion, Bowie, by her side in those final moments, adds a touching layer to her story, showing the importance of love, comfort, and companionship in the hardest times. Shannon's legacy truly extends beyond the screen, reminding us all that authenticity and resilience can shine brightest, even in the darkest chapters of life. Would you like to craft a tribute or reflection piece based on this for a blog, video script, or social post? She shared her chemotherapy sessions, openly posted photos showing her hair loss, and even sang on camera with a shaved head, giving her fans a deeply personal look into her fight. When the cancer returned and spread, Shannon kept sharing the difficult journey undergoing brain surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation, while facing each day with unwavering hope. She was more than just a rebellious Hollywood star. She turned her personal tragedy into a mission to raise cancer awareness. Candidly discussing her experience, she answered the question, "Why me?" with a powerful response. Why not me? This phrase reflected her calm acceptance in the face of adversity and embodied a relentless spirit of optimism that inspired many. Through her openness and strength, Shannon's battle with cancer became a legacy of courage, resilience, and the importance of living authentically even during life's toughest moments. Ernest Borgnine, born Efron Borgino on January 24, 1917, in Hampton, Connecticut, joined Little House on the Prairie in the late 1970s at the age of over 60. He played Jonathan Garvey, a kind and dependable neighbor who provided strong emotional support to the Walnut Grove community. With his steady and commanding presence, Borgnine added remarkable depth to his character, making Jonathan Garvey one of the show's most memorable and cherished figures. His performance was not only a standout moment on the series, but also represented values of honesty, bravery, and community spirit, earning him love both on and off the screen. Borgnine's legacy as a warm and honorable man left a lasting impression on Little House fans everywhere. Ernest Borgnine passed away on July 8, 2012 in Los Angeles at the age of 95 after a brief battle with kidney failure while hospitalized at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. His life spanned over 6 decades of commitment to acting, leaving behind an estimated net worth of around $15 million. Throughout his career, Borgnine demonstrated exceptional versatility, portraying a wide range of characters from heroes to villains across both film and television. Beyond his acting achievements, he was also a military veteran, having served nearly 10 years in the U.S. Navy, which further underscored his dedication and character. Borgnine's legacy is defined by immense talent, unwavering dedication, and integrity, securing his place as a beloved figure in Hollywood and beyond. Ernest Borgnine was also famously known for his brief but turbulent marriage to legendary singer Ethel Merman. The relationship lasted only 32 days in 1964, sparking a media frenzy as the union of two major stars made headlines across Hollywood. However, the marriage ended bitterly, leaving the public curious about the real reasons behind the split. Merman reportedly left out any mention of Borgnine in her memoirs, and the short-lived marriage exposed him to criticism, momentarily shaking his public image. Borgnine's straightforward and fiery nature, famously seen in his role as the tough sergeant in From Here to Eternity, 1953, only added complexity to his public persona. Despite the brief and controversial marriage, Borgnine's career continued to thrive, though the experience remained a notable and personal chapter that added depth to the man behind the iconic roles. This was seen as a major factor contributing to the marriage's collapse. Despite enduring scandal and personal struggles, Borgnine refused to let these setbacks derail his career. After winning the Academy Award for Best Actor for Marty 1955, he went on to leave a lasting impact with memorable roles in films like The Wild Bunch 1969 and The Poseidon Adventure 1972, showcasing his impressive range and talent. These performances not only highlighted his acting prowess, but also symbolized his resilience in overcoming both personal and professional challenges. Borgnine's ability to rise above adversity and sustain a successful career solidified his legacy as a respected actor and an enduring symbol of strength, perseverance, and integrity in Hollywood. Ernest Borgnine once reflected, "I'm not a perfect man, but I'm always honest with my roles because that's the one place I'm not judged." From his powerful performances on the big screen to his heartfelt portrayal in Little House on the Prairie, Borgnine embraced life with openness and integrity despite the controversies and hardships he endured. His career stands as a testament to honesty, sacrifice, and courage, not only through his craft, but also in the way he lived his life. Over 95 years, Ernest Borgnine was more than just a gifted actor. He was a man who fully embodied his values, embracing both triumphs and trials with a steadfast commitment to authenticity that inspired everyone who witnessed his journey. Melissa Gilbert, born May 8, 1964 in Los Angeles, California, won the hearts of viewers worldwide, beginning at just 10 years old with her iconic portrayal of Laura Ingalls Wilder on Little House on the Prairie. With her bright eyes and curly brown hair, she became a symbol of 1970s America, a representation of a simpler rural ideal where love, family, and morality always prevailed. Laura's resilience and deep devotion to family struck a chord during an era of social change, making her a beloved figure across generations. As of 2025, Melissa Gilbert is 61 and lives quietly in a modest home nestled in the Catskill Mountains with her third husband. Melissa Gilbert, now married to fellow actor Timothy Busfield, no longer makes regular appearances on television. However, she's still active in the arts, focusing on writing and occasionally performing on stage. Her net worth is estimated to be about $500,000, a modest figure compared to the fame she experienced during her childhood acting days. This reflects the quieter, more grounded life she's chosen to live. But behind her success is a story of personal struggle. Melissa has openly shared that her biggest challenge wasn't acting on Little House on the Prairie, but dealing with the pressure of public expectations. "Everyone expected me to always be that perfect country girl," she once said. Living up to that image was a burden. Over time, she's had to carve out her own identity, learning to balance the weight of early fame with a deep desire to live authentically and on her own terms. Melissa faced major hurdles in her personal life. She went through 2 failed marriages, battled alcoholism, and endured a hidden spinal injury that nearly pushed her over the edge. At her lowest points, she admitted there were moments when she didn't even recognize who she was anymore. But despite the chaos, Melissa slowly found her way back. Her role as Jean Donovan in Choices of the Heart became a lifeline, helping her reconnect with her passion for acting and rebuild her confidence. That performance wasn't just a comeback. It marked a powerful shift where she began to truly accept and love herself. Through the ups and downs, Melissa's story became one of resilience, self-discovery, and learning to find peace outside the image the world once expected her to maintain. Meeting Timothy Busfield. Now her husband marked a turning point in Melissa's journey of healing, bringing love, stability, and a sense of peace she had long been searching for. These days, Melissa embraces a simpler way of life. Raising chickens in her backyard feels far more fulfilling than walking red carpets. She's found real joy in ordinary moments, and even learned to ride horses despite the physical pain she's carried. No longer the little girl Laura Ingalls chasing a prairie dream. Melissa Gilbert has grown into a resilient woman who meets life's challenges head-on and finds purpose in the everyday. Still, the memory of Laura, the beloved character who touched generations, remains a lasting part of her legacy. Forever cherished in the hearts of her fans, Melissa Gilbert's transformation from a child star to a strong, grounded woman is nothing short of inspiring. She's faced and overcome countless obstacles, emerging as a true symbol of resilience and compassion. What part of her journey moved you the most? Drop a 1 if you feel inspired by Melissa's story, or a 0 if you see it differently. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss more behind-the-scenes stories from your favorite classic TV shows.